All right, what's going on, everyone? This is Zen here from Zen Multiverse. So we have some more things to talk about, and as you can see, it's this pop figure. But before that, drop that like and time to hit that intro.
This one is for the teacher who passed me the math test face down and didn't think I was gonna become successful. This is for 9 times 9 equals 81.
You will never amount to anything. We shall see.
Let's go!
All right. Boom. All right, team. So there's this exclusive Funko Pop here, and it's a glow in the dark, and it doesn't, in plain sight, it doesn't really tell you that much, right? But what we can assume, right, because this is for Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness, and we did see a scene when she is reading the dark hole and levitating. One of the things that we do see is that Doctor Strange came to her, right, while she's just like picking and doing some gardening work. Not so much garden work, but she's doing some pruning, right, for the trees. And he's, she basically says like, hey, I didn't mean to do all those things, right? Referring to the events of WandaVision. And he's like, well, I didn't come here for that, right? He's coming, he went to her for a reason, right? He needs her help to basically help the multiverse. What can we conclude from that? We can conclude that he asked her, or he utilizes her rather, he needs her power, right? Because maybe he's not powerful enough. One of the things that we're looking at this Funko Pop is that we see her, right, using the dark hole, and she's reading it. The glow in the dark can, and this is just theoretical, of course, can imply that she goes into a dark state of mind, right? If she hasn't already. And she's going too far into the dark hole, right? Now, one of the things that could happen is that she is possessed. She becomes possessed, rather, right? Who? Chthon. By who? Chthon, right? I said who, but I didn't say by. That she could be possessed by Chthon, right? And Chthon is the creator of the dark hole, right? And he possesses her at some point. I would say probably towards the end of the movie, if anything, right? Where she becomes the big bad guy, and Chthon is just like, you read too much of the dark hole, like game time. And this parallels the comic books. In the comic books, we have the Darkhold, right? Where a group of superheroes had to read the Darkhold to delay or to prepare for the pending arrival of Chthon himself. Now, let's look at some more pictures of this Funko Pop. So I'm going to just transition. We're going to talk a little bit more some of my theories when it comes to Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness. And again, if you're looking at this, it is a WandaVision, right, Funko Pop that's coming out. But it does parallel what we see for her in Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness. So let's look at some more pictures. All right, team. So here's just the two, this exclusive one side by side. Now, one of the things that we see in WandaVision, when we watch WandaVision, is that she is reading the dark hole, getting more powerful, learning more spells, and she's using her astral form to read the dark hole while she's just going about her daily business, right? During her time in reading the dark hole, she hears something, right? She hears the sounds of her sons, right? Billy and Tommy. Now, if you're unaware, Billy and Tommy are let me tell you, WandaVision is just an amazing show. Now, through her abilities and mental break, she created Billy and Tommy. And Billy and Tommy are her kids, right? The kids of Vision and also Wanda. Now, towards the end of WandaVision, they cease to exist in this reality, right? The same with Vision, because remember, these are all fabrications, a little bit more than fabrication. I think that's a wrong word. Manifestations of Wanda and her mental psychosis at the given time. So she, through all of this, she becomes a Scarlet Witch, right? Through the events and her interaction with Agatha Harkness, and you could see her, she's in her meditative state, right? In reading this book, and she hears it. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because she hasn't given that up, right? It's not like she's gonna start Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness and then she's given up trying to look for her kids. She's still gonna continue that, and I wonder if she goes through another break, right? And the break comes in the form of manipulation. Now, one thing that we're not too sure about is the Doctor Strange that comes to her in the trailer of Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness is actually the good Doctor Strange, or the dark version of Doctor Strange that we saw towards the latter part of the trailer. One of the things that a lot of folks are saying, and I'm not too sure if I'm on board with it yet, but I want it to be, I want to be wrong. A lot of folks are saying that the dark Doctor Strange is the Strange Supreme that we saw in the What If series. I'm not too sure if that's really him. I want it to be him. It's just that the way that series ended, right? Basically, that Doctor Strange went on a different path. Instead of him losing his arms, he lost his heart, but not really his heart. But basically, the love of his life passed away, and he still became Doctor Strange, but he also sought means in order to bring her back. But each time he brought her back, she ended up dying, right? Which means that there are absolutes. Absolutes are basically things that will continue to happen no matter how many changes that you happen in each timeline, or in each timeline, right? She's an absolute, right? The love of his life, she was meant to die. Because she dies, other things are strung or bridged together, right? But eventually he successfully brings her back, but ends up having to give her up in the events of the What If, which is amazing. Go on Disney Plus and watch What If season 1, because it is really amazing. But he ends up helping the Watcher, right? Especially in the when the Watcher breaks his promise, right? And he intervenes. And it's cool to see, but the reason why I'm mentioning all of this is because a lot of folks are saying that it is that Strange Supreme, the one from the What If, is the one that pops up in Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness. I want it to be. It's just that I'm not. That version of Doctor Strange is astronomically powerful to the point I find it very hard for them to transport that version into the MCU at this given time, right? But if they do, I know they're going to figure out a good way to do it. But that Doctor Strange, even though he was Strange Supreme and very subtly evil, right? He ended up working together with the multiversal Avengers, right? In order to save their universe from Infinity Stone empowered Ultron. And he ended up having to lock himself in a pocket, or a pocket dimension rather, I would like to say, with himself, basically Zola, or Arm Zola, and also Killmonger, who now has the power of the Infinity Stones with armor and things of that nature, right? So I don't know how he would have got out of that unless there was a break or a crack, right, from the events of Spider-Man No Way Home. But now the question is, if he was able to get out, which a lot of people are saying, from that crystallis type of pocket dimension, then that would mean that Killmonger wouldn't be able to get out too, and Armed Zola wouldn't be able to get out. You know what I mean? Or Doctor Strange was the protector of that pocket dimension. Either or, right? I'm I'm just saying, like, the one thing leads to the other. If Strange Supreme was able to get out of that, right, then that means the other two were able to get out too. I don't know. It's just a a wild theory, of course, but the reason why I mentioned all of that, of course, right? I'm gonna bring it full circle now, is because we're not too sure if that dark version of Doctor Strange is the one who's manipulating Wanda, which kind of gives hints into this glow in the dark version, right? Now, of course, it's titled WandaVision, but why is it glow in the dark? Yes, for aesthetic reason, it's gonna be cool, but is it a subtle meaning for her being dark or going dark, right? Those are things that I'm just kind of considering and ranting and raving. But again, this is a Zen talk, so I'm just gonna come up with theories, and I want you all to kind of decode, right, decipher some of my theories, and even add on to it, right? I want to get this Funko Pop though. I think that's at the heart of everything, right? I want to get this Funko Pop. It looks pretty cool. I can only imagine how it looks in glow in the dark. I don't open up my Funko Pops though, but it doesn't mean that I won't go. I have this Vegeta, right? Or my bro gave it to me. It's my favorite Funko Pop, actually. So, but yeah, let me know what you think about all of that, right? I know I was ranting and raving, but that's what I do. In the comment section below. But this is Zen from Zen Multiverse, saying peace, love, and prosperity. If you're enjoying the content, you know what to do. Drop that like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you're already a subscriber, you don't need to do that. Just make sure that you like and comment so that we could jam out in the comment section. All right, everyone. This is Zen. Remember, you have the power to shape the reality around you. You don't need superpowers. You could do that by your everyday choices. Be good to yourself and be good to others. Later, everyone.
Scarlet Witch.